Okay, we are on. I hope I don't get abruptly cut off like I did on the other one, but I was pretty much done the other card anyway. Maybe Facebook decided that was enough for that card. So we are on to the final stamping demonstration for this party. I hope you've been liking the different projects, and I don't know, I feel like there's still a big shadow here. I hope you've been liking the projects and you've been enjoying the inspiration. So I promised, I think last week, Tuesday at 2, that I was going to use this stamp set. So this is one of the more recent Celebration stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Released. And of course, the first thing it said to me is like, oh yes, this is going to be for masculine cards. So that's what we're going to do. Before we know it, it'll be June, it'll be Father's Day, and never mind Father's Day, sometimes you just need a masculine card for the birthdays, congratulations, all sorts of things you could do for masculine cards. So why don't we play with this one? This will be our last make and take for the party. And let me know in the comments what you think of the party. Tell me what you think, what you've enjoyed most about this party. So after this video, I will hop on a final Facebook Live. And so I guess post number 14 will be the final post for the party. This is post number 13, and it's a make and take demonstration, a stamping demonstration. But you can comment in the comments what you've enjoyed about the party so far, your favorite thing about the party. That would be great. I would love to learn so that I know what you guys like more, and the next time I run a party, I'll maybe put more of the things you like in it. We'll see. So, and also I would love to see in the comments, and this is for a prize if you comment, what your favorite celebration item is, okay? So I'll be watching the comments, and if you comment about what your favorite celebration item is, I'll enter you in a drawing for a prize. Okay, so why don't we get started? I think people are starting to find this feed, and yes, of course, Chris is like, you love the stamping demonstrations. That's my favorite part too. I bet it's everyone's favorite part. Okay, so let's use this one. So this one is free with a $60 order. So just a reminder that all the projects that I've made in the party, you will get them delivered to your door. All the pre-cut pieces, any embellishment I use, they'll all be delivered to your door with your order as part of the party. Just remember to use this host code, and you can just go to genevieve.stampinup.net and click the shop, or you can just message me. I know some of you have already been texting me questions and things like that, so I'm happy to help answer your questions. I know sometimes in the Facebook party it's hard to kind of catch everyone's questions. Sorry, there's embossing powder on my paper. I wanted to move that. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use the cardstock. So the one thing that I love about Stampin' Up! Products, and the reason why I am still with them after 12 years, is the coordination of their products. That cannot be beat. So I know some of you feel you could just pick up cardstock or paper from anywhere, but it's not the same. I know you're not here and you can't feel it, but the quality of this cardstock is exceptional. And on top of that, the colors are meant to coordinate with the ink pads, with the designer series paper. So that's actually what gives the project a lot of oomph, is using the Stampin' Up! Products together. So yes, okay, so I got a little distracted there. Let's keep going with the project. I just wanted to make sure. I know some of you are newer to Stampin' Up!, so I just wanted to highlight the quality and the color coordination. It makes a big difference. So what I'm going to do, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. I'm going to cut it in half at the 5.5 mark, and I'm going to score it at the 4 1/4. Okay, so this will create the card base. So it is more economical to buy the uncut cardstock and just cut it in half and fold it in half. That's what will give you your card base. Now, of course, if you like convenience, go ahead and order our pre-cut note cards and envelopes because they're already cut and scored for you. So if you're wanting something more convenient, we do sell that. So you don't have to kind of make your own card bases, but I do like doing them myself if I can. Okay, and then speaking of colors and the colors that I love, Night of Navy is gorgeous, but it pairs really nicely with our smoky slate here. Okay, so for those of you that are beginner stampers, just layering is the easiest thing to do to add a bit of texture to your card. So once the card is folded, it measures 4¼ inches by 5½. So the natural next layer is quite often a kind of a layer of cardstock that's 4 inches by 5¼ inches. So that's what this smoky slate layer measures. So you can easily just layer it like that. I am going to add a little extra by using an embossing folder. So in order to use our Stampin' Up! Embossing folders, you will need an embossing die cutting machine. So right now, Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell one because they're in the process of manufacturing their own. So I do have the Big Shot, which is what they used to sell last year. So I'm still using my Big Shot. Now, if you are looking for one, you can either wait for Stampin' Up! To come up with theirs. I don't know how long it'll take. The timeline has probably been pushed because of everything that's going on. But you could wait for their own manufactured one, which is always fine. But if you're in urgent need and you want to get one right away, I've just been telling people to just go to Amazon and get a Big Shot. I've been very happy with the Sizzix Big Shot, and I know it's going to work with all Stampin' Up! Because they used to sell this. So the Stampin' Up! Dies and embossing folders work fine with the Big Shot. Do I have this? No. Hang on. We only need one plate with this one. Okay, so if that answers your question, asking me, Emily, I don't know if you're on. I think she was texting me about where to get a die cutting machine. So that's probably the easiest thing, especially now since you can't really go to a store anyway. Just order it from Amazon, they'll deliver. And then if you get the Big Shot, it's a manual die cutting embossing machine. You know that the Stampin' Up! Dies and embossing folders will work great with it. Because the thing is, the Stampin' Up! Embossing folders and dies are exclusive, so you're not going to be able to get them anywhere else. Especially you'll see like the Ladybug dies are obviously created to go with the Stampin' Up! Stamp set. So that's that whole coordination piece we don't want to miss out on. So that's what I'd recommend. Okay, so... Oh, you are on. Oh, great, Emily. Okay, so then you heard a little talk about that. Okay, so... Doesn't that extra little pop there? So why don't we put that on top? Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be for Stampin' Up! To come out with theirs. I'm sure it'll be great when they do get it out, but I think manufacturing your own stuff, you have to work with a lot of different people. Okay, and then let's stamp. So let's use this well-dressed stamp set, free with your $60 order. I'm going to use the hat, and then I'll also use the umbrella. So this is another calming thing to do. We talked about coloring was one of those calming. What happened to my ink pad? Here it is. Hi, Judy. Okay. So you'll just tap, 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 straight down, straight up. The other thing that is a great activity to do, calming activity, is what we call fussy cutting. And what fussy cutting is, when there is not a die, a coordinating die, which I don't believe there is for this stamp set, then you can just take your paper snips and cut. Okay, so once again, I love it that the Night of Navy ink coordinates great with the Night of Navy cardstock. Now, a tip when you're doing fussy cutting, I don't know if anyone's taught you this tip, is that you're supposed to move the paper, not the scissors. Okay, so this is actually, if you have kids, bilateral hand activity because they're using both hands. One hand will be manipulating the paper, the other is going to be managing the scissors. Now our paper snips have a great sharp point at the end, so that really helps make it easy to fussy cut. Okay. Oh, somebody said they lost me. I don't know, my phone is still going. The last time I was lost, my phone actually just like rebooted. It just disappeared, so I don't know. Okay, we'll just keep going here. I feel like I should go faster so that who knows what's going to happen with technology nowadays. Okay. I have a love-hate relationship. I am so glad that I decided to play around with Facebook Lives and stuff like that a year ago or whatever, because now I kind of know how to use it. Okay, so here's our two pieces, and I'm using the Country Club Designer Series paper. Okay, and so we're just gonna put a little adhesive there and slip that on. So this Country Club Designer Series paper is available through Stampin' Up, but you'll get the piece already mailed to you if you place your order. I'll already cut it for you and everything. And then I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I've already pre-die cut it with the rectangle stitched framelit. And this set got images, but it doesn't have words. So I grabbed this set off my shelf. It's called A Good Man, and it's got all sorts of great sayings. So I thought this one, you do a great job of being a great guy, would be perfect. So we can, again, it is easy, sweet and simple. Those of you who are beginner stampers, you can just see it's literally just layering paper, stamping, and gluing it down. Okay, and I like to put a little bit of dimensionals. Oh, where did they go? Here we go. I like to put a little bit of our foam dimensionals there. Okay. I don't know what that means. Sound is behind pick. What that means. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. Okay, so, oh, a delay or something. Sorry. Okay, so we'll pop this on. And then I like, when I'm doing masculine cards, to add a bit of hardware. I feel like hardware is a masculine thing. So let's put this on. And we'll put on some hardware. Okay, so I'm using our mini library clips, and I'm going to use one of the silver mini library clips and add a bit of hardware there. Whoops, 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 whoops. Fine motor skills, friends. And that is our card. Now don't forget, these celebration items will be gone at the end of March, so you won't be able to get this masculine well-dressed stamp set after March 31st. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I will end this, and then I'll do our final farewell video after. Okay, so the next post I'll just hop on in a minute. I'll post the supply list for this, so if you are thinking of recreating this card, you'll know what you need to purchase. But again, when you order, I'll send the pieces in the mail to you. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.